Hey all, welcome to today's video, and today I want to talk to you about a comment that one of our subscribers, Nicholas, made on one of my videos. And when I teach you the strategies that I teach you on my channel, if you've watched my videos, you'll understand this. When I'm out here doing my gig work, when I'm out here doing my food delivery, I am constantly pushing these apps to the max on what I can get out of them, because this is how I make the most money when I'm doing food delivery. If you've watched my ride-alongs, if you've watched, my videos on, multi-app like a pro part 1 and part 2, you know that I'm out here and I'm pushing these apps as hard as I can so I can get the most out of them that I can get, because that's what I want to do, and because that's what I want to accomplish for my family and I. Some of the things that I do, it might be a little bit too risky for you, and that is completely okay. And Nicholas and other people, if you don't think that you can push the apps as hard as I do, that is completely okay, and that is completely understandable. Do what you are comfortable doing when you go out doing your food delivery. So I want to throw up Nicholas's comment, and I want to talk to you guys about it a little bit today. Before I get into the topic, I want to remind you that I always put in my descriptions a link to go download my Metrics Spreadsheet. If you want to know how well you are doing when you're doing food delivery, and you want to be able to control and improve what you're doing, you have got to know where you are each and every day and over time, so that you know where you need to improve. So take a look at my spreadsheet real quick, and I want to go over it. You're going to notice that I always put the start time and the end time, so I know what my total hours are that I work when I come out for my shift. I always put the mileage also, so I know what my dollars per mile are. Each of the apps, I break it down by my work time on the apps. I put the dollars that I made, and I also put the number of deliveries. And then the spreadsheet will calculate what your average dollar per hour is overall. I've told you all, guys, in a lot of my videos that I set above $28 per hour, and this is for the whole year of 2021. And I know this because I keep track of my numbers. I also average about $1.80 to $1.90 a mile overall, and I also average somewhere around $11 a delivery. I know this because I keep track of my numbers, and if I see that something's going down, I adjust what I'm doing so I can get that number back up, and this Metrics Spreadsheet tells me that. So there's the spreadsheet. Please feel free to go download it. It is a free download. You just click on the link and it takes you to a page where you can just download it directly. I'd also like to ask you to subscribe to my channel, and if you would, please like this video by the end of it. And finally, if you know anyone at all that can use the information, the guidance, and the education that I provide to get to that $25 to $30 an hour, then please share my content and my channel with others. So with that, let's get into the topic. To begin with, I want to throw up Nicholas's comment, and then I kind of just want to talk to you guys about it today, so that you guys understand where I'm coming from and why I do what I do. But more importantly, you can make decisions on what you want to do based on what your comfort level is. I don't ever want any of you to be out there and pushing yourselves outside of your comfort zone. I always tell you to push the apps a little bit more and to change what you're doing a little bit more so you can maximize that dollars per hour that you're making, because in food delivery, you are going to be limited on the amount of money that you can make based on what you can do each and every hour when you are out there. The more you can push each and every hour, the higher that dollar per hour is going to be, and the more overall money that you're going to be putting into your pocketbook. For my subscribers, I am going to be starting a series on some semi-passive income that you guys can start doing if you're interested in, so that you can make money and not have to be trading your time for dollars. But for now, with this gig work, that's kind of where we are. So I'm going to throw up Nicholas's comment, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit. So Nicholas said, it is a little risky to take an order from two different apps at the same time, even if they are in the same direction. Once we take an order from one app, we should complete it. I feel it's safe to take another order from another app if we are just about finished with the first ride. Once we take an order to the customer, and the app will track our movement, so it is risky to take two orders from two different apps. Nicholas, I appreciate your comment, and thank you for your opinion and how you feel. And I'm going to say it again. If this is what you feel comfortable with, then this is how you need to approach doing the food delivery. If it is outside of your comfort zone to take deliveries on more than one app at a time, don't do it. I am going to say, though, a couple of things about this to Nicholas and whoever else is got this mindset and is thinking this, and it's not a bad mindset. It's just kind of the way you feel about it, which is completely fine. However, I am going to say that, you're going to be really pushing it to get to that, $25 and $30 an hour if you do not push these apps to the limit. If you are taking orders and you're not accepting another order until you are almost done with the order that you're on, which I did that. I did that a long time ago when I first started. I kind of had the same mindset, and then I started tweaking what I was doing and understood the platforms a little bit better, and that's why I do it the way I do it today. But you are going to be limiting the amount of dollars that you can make per hour if you don't push these apps, because they're going to give you only what they give you. So I want to say that if you're not comfortable doing it, don't do it. That's fine. But I'm also going to throw in the caveat that if that's the case, then you're going to be pushing yourself harder to try to get those dollars per hour that you're looking to get. So, maybe, do it the way that you're doing it, Nicholas. And if you want to make more dollars per hour, push it up slightly to that next level, and keep trying to get more dollars per hour when you're out there. So that's kind of going to be my recommendation to you, Nicholas, is do what you're comfortable doing, but to get better, you're going to have to push these apps to the limit so that you can get the most out of them while you're out there. My mentality and my thought process in doing the food delivery things the way I do them is, I kind of mimic what the apps do anyway. And what I mean by this is when an app has a lot of orders coming in. Let's say the app is really, really busy, and I'm going to use DoorDash as an example. There are so many times when I am working and DoorDash is so busy that they send me an order. I accept that order, and as I'm driving to that restaurant, they'll send me another order, and it might be picking up from the restaurant I'm going to, or it might be picking up to another restaurant that's very, very, very close. And then they will have me take those two deliveries. It's what we refer to as a stacked order. The one thing that I'm going to say about it, and I put this in my comment back to Nicholas, is when a app sends you more than one delivery and you have to pick up from the same restaurant or different restaurants, the app doesn't let the customers know that you have two deliveries. They don't let them know at all. They just have you picking up the orders and delivering the orders without telling the customers anything. I, on the other hand, whether it's a stacked order on an app or I'm taking deliveries from more than one app and I have more than one delivery that I'm taking, I always tell my customers, hey, I have got two deliveries, so I will be there as soon as I can with your order. I have, I'm not going to say never, but out of the almost 3,000 deliveries that I've taken, I've probably had one or two person, say that they saw me driving around, or, they saw that I was going other places before I came to their house to drop their food. And I have told those people, yeah, I understand what you're saying, and I'm sorry, but I had two deliveries, and I also texted you and let you know that I had two deliveries. But people are fine with the fact that you're having multiple deliveries if you keep that communication open with them so that they are informed of what you're doing. I don't care what the apps see as far as where I am when I'm taking food delivery. I'm a business owner. I'm the one that owns the business. I make the decisions on what I'm going to do for my business based on what my business needs. I don't care if the apps see that I'm going other places. It's completely irrelevant to me. And as far as the customers, it is vitally important to me that I take care of my customers, as you know if you've watched my videos. And part of that is letting them know, hey, I have got two deliveries, so I will be there as soon as I can. And most people are very, full of gratitude to me and thank me for letting them know that I'm in the process of doing it, and I will be there with their order. So I understand, again, what you're saying, Nicholas, and I don't want you to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. The thing I'm going to say, though, is that you can still do multiple orders on multiple platforms as long as you are, number one, within the time constraints. I always tell you to look on the apps and see when that food has to be delivered. Also, that you communicate with your customer what's going on, and that keeps you from having upset customers. So if you're not comfortable doing it, don't do it. However, if you want to push your dollars per hour up, it is one of the ways that I do it. I'd like to end today's video by saying thank you so much, Nicholas, for your comment. And I do want to say that everything that I talk to you guys about on my channel are things that I do and things that I use on a daily basis when I'm out here doing food delivery, so I can maximize the dollars per hour that I'm going to make. If it is something that you're not comfortable with, or that you try something that I've recommended and it doesn't work for you, or you have something better, go with that and use that when your strategies, so that you are comfortable with what you're doing and you're using the best strategies for you in your marketplace. I'd like to ask you to go into my description and download my Metrics Spreadsheet. I know a lot of you already have, and there's more people every day. I'd also like to ask you to subscribe to my channel and also like this video so it can get in front of more people and more people can see my content. Finally, if you know anyone at all that can use the information, the guidance, and the education that I give, feel free to share my channel and my content with others. Once again, thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate your comment. You always put great comments on my videos. I hope that you are out there getting the money that you and your family deserve. And with that, I'm going to say thanks.